It's 4:17.
I just started it.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Too Savage for Democrats podcast. This is episode number 119. And see, I give Tony, because we are at a new location for this episode, I give Tony full and complete control of starting, pausing, and stopping the podcast.
I'm tech man today.
He's your tech man. And he literally just started the podcast without me even knowing he started it.
Well, you know, gradual entrance. You said we should just be like, boom,
it's a good thing there were no racial slurs coming out of my mouth at that
yeah,
point.
yeah. No big things.
No big bad racial slurs. But anyway, welcome back, episode 119. We're at Brett's house for this episode because Brett is going to be joining us.
Yeah, we'll have a guest on. That'll be Brett, and then possibly Brett's guest, Sophie.
Yeah, his dog is. His dog was actually out here before, like kind of crawling all over the place. Yeah. Give me a little bit of anxiety because we have probably, I don't know,
a lot of equipment.
A lot of money and equipment sitting on this table right now.
We don't want none of it broken.
We don't want any of it broken. No, we don't want any. But anyway, a lot to talk about on this episode, man.
Yeah,
lots going on.
The Queen, man. Oh my God.
The Queen dying. I know.
That's huge,
dude.
Almost forgot.
It's not even huge.
I know.
It's not even huge. It's really not. It means nothing.
I mean, really. Dude, I mean, they are they are the last standing monarchs, I believe, or one of the last standing true monarchs. And
but can we be completely honest? Mm-hmm. And I don't mean this as any insult toward the Queen, because obviously, may she rest in peace, etc. Right? Mm-hmm. But her dying, I'm literally scrolling through the news today, or Instagram, and a meme page, it comes up. It's like Queen Elizabeth dead. I was like, it's probably just a meme, because that used to be like a big meme. It's always the Queen died, the Queen died, the Queen died. And then I find out it's true, and I'm like, my reaction's the same. I'm like, oh, cool, she's dead. Doesn't really matter. You know, what's going on, Brett?
What's happening?
What's going on? We're actually
our guest is here.
We're starting right now. You can jump on in if you want.
Yeah, we literally just started.
I may be getting a quick phone call yet back from some other.
Well, you're good. We were just talking about how insignificant
the
death of the Queen is.
I mean, honestly, here's the thing. At first, he said the Queen is like the Kardashians.
I did hear that happened today.
Yeah,
the Queen died.
But
you know,
Victoria?
Elizabeth.
See, Brett doesn't even know the name of the fucking Queen because. Well, that's because how insignificant. So but you're gonna be sitting right here.
Because I did watch the Princess Di documentary.
Dude, god damn it, Tony! Jesus Christ, you gotta be careful, my guy. Okay, pause it. Just pause it. Just pause it. Just pause it.
Pause it?
Yeah. Don't end it. Just pause it. Yeah. All right, we're back. A little bit of a mishap
tech difficulties. See, I'm the tech guy right now.
Yeah, and Tony reaches over for an ashtray of all things.
Hey, you know.
Christ.
I mean.
He reaches over, fucking.
I don't want to ash
knocks over the. Well, that's why I'm ashing over here in the rocks, my guy.
Well, I can't reach.
I can't reach that over there because then I'll knock this mic over, and that would be even more unfortunate. That's perfect. Yeah, that actually works perfectly.
Oh my goodness,
that works perfectly. Actually, you know what? Once I finish this beer, I can just ash in that beer.
There you go.
But anyway, so we got Brett joining us right now. He's standing over there. As you guys heard before, I'm sure that was picking up the audio a little bit.
Yeah.
But probably. Tony, do make sure you move the cursor every once in a while so the computer doesn't go to sleep because, But yeah, so the Queen, I mean, anyway, where were we? I totally lost my train of thought.
The Queen really has no political power.
Queen Victoria, yeah, right. We were talking about Queen Victoria and how she has absolutely no bearing. I actually made this point. We tried to start recording about 3 or 4 times before this actually started working because we kept, messing up and everything. But I was like, I feel like they have such little power that they're kind of like the Kardashians. Monarch. They're like Kardashians of Europe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, they're not Kardashians.
The people's approval, right? Like, if they don't keep the people happy, they can. They have the power to that extent. It's not like a full monarchy, it used to be, right? Yeah. They can say. It's done.
Yeah.
Well,
they have more merit than the Kardashians. I'll give them that.
I don't think so.
Royal
I don't think so. Do you know that? Do you understand
they got more history at least?
The percentage of.
I mean, they've probably done a lot more fucked up shit behind closed curtains and.
Oh, dude, it's all. I've heard there's a lot of fucking incest that goes on with that.
They do to keep the bloodline pure and shit.
But then that's why they were so pissed about bringing in Meghan Markle, which. Oh my God! Why are we even talking about this?
Well, because the Queen died.
But you know what's so funny is
Queen Elizabeth.
This happened today, right?
Yes, it was 11:47.
Yeah, I was scrolling through social media and I fucking see it on a meme page.
I heard that.
I was like, but I mean, again, I kept my face stayed like this because it didn't matter. But I
went like this, right? I was like, oh. That's literally how it was. That's how it was.
I mean, it really makes no difference.
97 though. 97.
Yeah, she lived.
And now it's
She's
King
gonna live a
Edward.
fucking hell of a
We got
lot
the
longer
best
than I am.
healthcare
Yeah.
in the whole country.
Well, they do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right,
She gets a
exactly.
fucking stub toe, and she's at fucking
Yeah.
monarch fucking.
You know that the
regional.
royal families carry blood, like their royal bloodline, because they don't trust going to hospitals in other foreign countries. Like anytime they travel to
The
other
president does
countries,
that too.
Well, they'll carry their own blood so that like if something does happen, they have immediate.
Do you want to hear an
blood
interesting
supply.
fact about the president?
Does it?
So everywhere he goes, he has a portable toilet that he shits in, and the Secret Service collects the shit and disposes of it. Yeah, because they don't want. Let's say he goes to a foreign country,
Right.
like he goes to fucking China or something, right? And he fucking takes a shit in the toilet in China.
Yeah,
They can go through the poop and figure out what medications he's on, what
Right.
all that kind of shit. They can get some.
Or,
You
or
can
they could have the seat laced with the latest,
Yeah, like the
COVID.
Yeah, COVID. Yeah, whatever the fuck they invent this time. But no,
That
like
is crazy.
yeah, no. The president literally shits is true. It was shocking. The president
He's got his
shits.
own bathroom.
No, not his own bathroom. He has his own like toilet. Imagine that's your
like
job.
like a toddler's toilet.
Yeah, but
Wow,
imagine you
squatty
wo-
potty.
Imagine you work your way up for
I'll be right
decades.
back.
You're good, man. Imagine you work your way up for decades. And part of the government to get to this point, you're making a ton of money, and then the
Secret
job
Service.
you get designated is the president poop cleaner.
No.
That's your job. Would you do that for like $200 million a year?
$200 million.
No, not 200 million. I meant like $2 million a year.
$2 million?
I would. It can't be that bad. I'm sure they
Yeah.
have a way to like so it doesn't smell that bad.
Well, and they probably have all the best equipment, sanitary shit. You know, it's probably like lavender scented bags that he's shitting in, and it's like you're picking up after your dog, basically.
Yeah. I mean that's disgusting. Picking up after your dog.
Mhm.
It really is. I don't like. I
You know,
don't.
when they started saying you had to pick up the shit after your dog, I was like, "What's next? They're gonna make you fucking make you hold a bag underneath them while they pee? It goes into the fucking earth. Like what the hell, man?
Pee
Get
is.
your paw shit out of here.
Yeah.
Now
I'm
you
not-
want to put shit in the landfills and make it even more worse? Like what the fuck's wrong
Well,
with you people?
poop ideally will. But you know what's so funny
It's
is
a
that when you
fertilizer.
put it in the plastic bag, like that has to have
It
some
doesn't
sort
decompose.
of. Yeah, because it's in the plastic bag.
Yeah, it doesn't decompose, and that's why they have like biodegradable plastic bags now. That take like 20 years for it to
Yeah.
decompose before the shit decomposes, when it would be gone in less than a week.
Yeah. Or you know what we need to start doing is just bury it. Like if your dog shits out in the yard, just fucking bury the poop
Yeah,
and then fucking put the dirt back over it.
yeah.
But then there'll be a ton of dead grass. But we need to figure something out. We need the earth to become one. So let's get into this Trump thing. That's enough poop talk, I think, for the audience there. We
Yeah,
probably lost half the
yeah.
people now. But let's get into this Trump thing, the classified document. So did you see that the FBI or the DOJ released that image of all of the folders that had like classified top secret shit all over it?
No.
That they said that they got from Mar-a-Lago?
Mm-mm.
So they just posted a picture basically of these folders that had like top secret, all this stuff like all over the folders.
Mhm.
And the media started running with it. Like, see? Trump, he was taking, he had classified information. Which, by the way, when we talk about, Tony, you gotta keep.
Oh, sorry.
We make sure it's still going.
Yeah, we're good.
Is there no, make sure is it counting in the top left?
Counting in the top left. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, we're good.
Yes.
So when it comes to classified, sorry, this episode's a little bit of a shit show, but it's also the greatest podcast ever made. So, when you talk about classified information, right? We got to look at what type of classified information did Trump have, because if he had like, you know, there's a big difference between classified information being like the layout of the presidential limo or the route that the presidential limo took, and he's just like, oh, cool, check this out, guys. Like, I have the presidential limo like thing. Or does he have like information? Watch that. Or does he have your hat?
Yeah.
Or does he have information about, you know, like CIA operatives that are undercover in foreign countries? Like, there's two different types of classified information, right? If he just has like basic shit, it's fine. But if he has some serious... Now, I have heard that he has, like, information about the Iran deal. I saw something online about he had information regarding, like, other countries' foreign nuclear weapon capabilities.
Okay.
But... Oh! So anyway, back to the folders.
Yes,
Totally missed
the
my point.
folders.
The media runs with it for, like, 24 hours. And then I'm hearing reports now that there was nothing in the folders. So they just posted that shit, pictures of folders that said top secret classified, and there's nothing in them. So that's how fucked up our establishment is.
Yeah.
They allowed that to run
without proof.
Without anything in the damn folders.
That shows you that journalism is dead, and that kind of brings up the point I was talking about earlier with a renowned journalist was supposedly murdered, and there are suspects, I guess. They believe them to be Democrats, high officials, and whatnot. I haven't
So
done
which
much research
journalist? Yeah, we need to do some research.
I haven't
into
done
that.
much research, and that was a headline that I saw the other day, and I was like, that would be great to talk about and do some in-depth digging on for the podcast, and I never got around to it. Not feeling the best.
Yeah, you were a little sick today. Yeah. Yeah.
Better now. I got the juice in me.
Yeah, right. You just
Got the juice.
sometimes you need the nectar of the gods.
Well, that's water.
You know, to bring.
Water is the nectar of the gods.
Is it?
Period. Yes.
I think it's pure.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because water is the number one thing that you need in order to create life. You
Yeah.
cannot have life without water.
So you believe that that's the nectar of the gods?
It's the nectar of the gods, bro. Yeah. I mean, have you ever been so fucking thirsty that when you drank cold water, you were just like, oh,
Dude, I
orgasm in your
actually
mouth?
don't like cold water.
Like earlier today.
I was really thirsty earlier today.
And did that not hit the spot and just like rejuvenate your soul?
But I actually
And make you
don't.
pumped for this?
I actually don't like cold water though.
Well, I don't give a fuck whether or not you like cold water or not. It could be lukewarm water. or
That's
room-
what I like.
Yeah, room
Because you
temperature
can
water.
chug that.
I
It's,
hate that.
You
I
hate room. You like
okay,
cold water.
Hate's a strong word. I prefer water with ice cubes or ice cold water.
Why? It's bad for you.
It's crisp.
It's bad for you.
It's crisp. It's refreshing. Okay, you imagine drinking fresh cold water from a waterfall. Nothing's more pure than that. No, that is the ideal water source right there. Like, put a cup up to a waterfall. Good to go, man.
Yeah.
Like fresh, clean water, a fresh spring waterfall would be amazing.
It would
to
be good,
drink from.
but
Like Fiji shit, right?
Yeah.
But I ain't paying $6 for a fucking bottle of water. That's a square plastic bottle that fills up landfills.
but don't you think that would be like? I mean, even Fiji's purified, right? Like it's not
it's
just.
all purified.
It's not straight
But
up
see,
out of the fucking. They
that's
don't
the
just
thing.
go to a waterfall. Fucking.
can't-
There's not like
you
little
shouldn't-
Fijian
you shouldn't
slaves
have to
out there.
purify
Like
water because water has natural minerals and vitamins inside of it that make it beneficial for the human body. You need that shit.
Well, and you know
Okay,
what's so funny
can't
is like
drink unpurified water, but filtered water, in my personal opinion, is not as beneficial as
make sure you.
is not as beneficial as drinking fresh spring water. That's or like rainwater. Rainwater is 100% drinkable, and it hasn't been filtered. It's
Yeah.
part of our natural occurring ecosystem.
You know, it's illegal in some states to collect rainwater.
Yeah, like honestly, if I've been watching this show that I was telling you about Alone, dude, I feel like I would do pretty good on that. But honestly,
Wait, so you're watching the show alone? Like, what streaming service is it on?
it's on Netflix, and it's made by. It's just one season on there, I believe, right now. I haven't looked further into it, but I believe it's History Channel is what it naturally airs on.
Yeah.
Because there's multiple seasons of it. 10 contestants go into.
So these are
the
real
woods.
people.
Yeah,
These are
real people, survivalists, individuals who are teachers who teach this shit.
Yeah.
Individuals who go out in like Alaska and like fucking live this shit, right?
Yeah.
So 10 contestants all get together and they're dropped in different parts of the British Columbia. And they have to survive as long as they possibly can. Last man standing wins $500,000.
That's it.
That's it. And you're permitted 10 items to bring with you.
Okay, so let's do this. If you have 10 items, now
What
I
are my
think
10 items?
I
I'm
think,
a
dude,
survivalist,
let me say
bro.
this. I think I would do very well. So when I
I
used
will
to,
preface that
Dude.
a lot of the items I say, most of the audience might not know because they're specific.
okay, so here's my thing. I, growing up, fucking huge fan of Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls,
I got
yes,
into
but
Man
dude, I'm
vs.
talking
Wild.
about
Well, no.
This show is like they have a camera, 2
Yeah.
GoPros, and 2 trail cams. That's it.
Yeah,
And then they have a sat phone that they call when they're like tapping out, like I'm done, I'm gonna die.
and they come in like a
And
helicopter
they come
and pick 'em up.
in either boat or helicopter, depending on their location.
So I feel like I was really into like Man vs. Wild, Bear Grylls, super into it. I have, if you go to my library, I've read probably 8 to 9 survival. I actually used to go out into the woods
And know what
and
kind of
fucking
berries to eat,
survive.
what kind
Yeah,
of mushrooms
no, yeah.
to have.
Like I would do it
yeah.
all the time. Like I can make a shelter. I
You know
can
how
do-
to build snares and traps.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
And I can do all of that. But 10 items.
10 items, let's
I'm
go.
gonna go. I'm gonna go.
All right, so
let's,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
preface this, okay?
Okay.
Where they're at in the British Columbia.
No.
They
Let's
are
cut.
living
No. We're
with
gonna cut it
grizzly
down.
bears.
Now. We're gonna cut it down.
They're living with grizzly bears.
Okay.
So they're permitted an air horn that's given to them by the safety crew, bear bangs, which are like loud bangs that sound like gunshots to scare them away, and bear mace.
Okay.
They're permitted those 3 items that are separate from the
Okay,
tent.
but here's my problem with bear mace.
So that's your safety items.
But here's my problem with bear mace. Is you're going to fucking spray a bear and it's going to go... and then just
well,
fucking
it's
claw
25
you
feet
in the
away. I
face.
mean, 25 feet is like...
Okay, before we get into this, I have a question
Yeah.
for you. Who would win in a fight? Actually, we'll wait for Brett on this one. But let's do, instead of doing... I'm going to write it down as a no.
Goku
but,
versus a grizzly bear?
No.
Oh, Goku would win.
Of course. Instead of doing... that's 5 versus... I'll remember.
But I want to do the 10 items.
No, but let's not do 10, let's do 5. Because
they're permitted 10.
But I don't want to bore the audience with us going... Blah.
Bro, you can go through 10 items really fast. Trust me, I got 5 already. Like, I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's what I'm saying,
And
5
then the
items.
last
Let's
5
make it more
items.
difficult for ourselves.
Oh.
Let's make it more difficult for
Okay.
ourselves.
All
5
right.
items.
All right, you
I'll
go
go
first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go
All right,
first.
flint and steel.
Okay, that's 2 items.
No, it's not. It's a
Yeah.
flint and steel. No, it comes in a... It's like a necklace that I have. It's 1. You pull the
Okay,
thing out and go...
okay,
it's
so a
flint and
fire
steel.
starter.
It comes in... Yeah.
Sum it up as a
But
fire
it has to
fire
be a
starter.
flint and steel. Make sure you move the thing. You just have to get into the habit of doing that. I do it all the time.
Fire starter.
Flint and steel, yeah. So fire starter, but it has to be a flint and steel because I'm not going out with like...
Okay.
You know what I mean? Flint and steel. A small container of... Am I allowed to bring food of any kind?
No.
So I have to catch all my own food.
You have to do all
Okay,
your own.
so I'm gonna
all
have
your own
I'm gonna have a small container of like a fire ignition substance, kind of like cotton or something like that, just in case of emergency.
Okay, can I pause you there and say that's
Yeah.
a waste?
Why?
Because you can use kindling from the
No, you could
surrounding
use
area.
kindling from the surrounding area, but I'm thinking of just of an in case scenario, like rain hits, everything's soaking wet, and you need to get a fire
Winter.
to eat. Yeah, situation like that. You know what I mean? I want to have
Scavenge
this
fire,
like,
too.
yeah. Well,
But yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
you
Okay.
don't have the
Okay.
fucking opportunity to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So there's that. Let's see. I have a water bottle that on the bottom of it has a metal boiler, so you connect that under the bottom. It has rubber handles that you can connect out, so I can boil water, have the water bottle. I'll have that, so that's 3. Obviously, I'm going to be bringing a utility knife. Have to have a utility knife.
Be more specific.
Just a straight up knife
Like
that
a
has
Swiss Army
rope. No, not a Swiss Army knife. I have just like I have a knife that's about this long. It has serrated right here so that I can cut rope and shit. And it just goes into a thing. That's that. So
Okay.
the knife. And then my 5th item. Oh man, my 5th item. Man, hold on. I got to think about this 5th item here for a second.
I'll be surprised if you don't say it.
You would.
Yeah, I would be.
Well, I was gonna say compass, but I can find where I'm going.
It's easy.
I can find where I'm going with sticks and the, or I
Not
can use
only
it.
that, just like know where the sun is
No, but you can
Your
also
orientation
but you can
from
also
that.
put a stick in the ground,
and see
mark
your
where it
shadow.
is, and then wait 45 minutes to an hour, and then in between.
Use the sun.
No, and then in between, halfway between that is north.
Yeah.
But
Can I give you a hint?
yeah.
Think shelter.
Oh my God! What the hell, dude, bro? What's is
It's
it
a
on?
grasshopper right on your armpit.
Get
Flick
it
off.
right now. Get it right now. Fucking piece of shit. I hate bugs.
Use
bro.
the Ray-Bans for that.
Yeah, I hate bugs, bro.
Yeah, me too.
I hate bugs.
I'm
dude.
not a
I
fan.
hate bugs. I felt it hit me. We're all talking about being able to survive.
Hey, bro, 3 days in, you'll fucking give a shit
No,
about
I know,
bugs
but
because you're gonna
I
be
probably would
eating
have
them.
eaten it. I
Bro,
probably
that would
would've
have been that's a fat one too.
How big, bro?
Oh, it's probably like,
Oh my God!
bro, it's fucking
Where is
Sophie.
it? Oh my!
I
Did
forgot that
that
one.
scare you too?
Sophie came up with her
Did
mug
it
and was
scare
like,
you too?
yeah. I was like, what the fuck was that?
Dude,
It's on camera, bro.
I know.
Okay, but no, that mug was like that big.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm in like the worst spot for the
See, the
grasshoppers.
thing is about those is that the legs are barbed
We
barbed
scared the
legs,
shit out of Sophie.
and they would get caught on your tongue. But anyways, continue.
Okay, no,
Your
I
fifth
take the
item.
legs off. Okay, 5th item. I'm going to
Think
bring.
shelter.
I don't need any. I can make my own shelter. I
Okay,
might
but
bring.
it's a multi-purpose thing for what you were just talking about.
What do you mean?
Collecting water too.
Like for my shelter?
Yeah, can I just give it to you?
Yeah.
A tarp.
I don't need a tarp.
You wouldn't utilize a tarp in your 5 items.
I could probably utilize a tarp, but I'd rather. I was actually more leaning towards like a big long thing of rope, like climbing rope and shit.
Paracord.
Yeah, paracord. Yeah.
Okay.
Because then I can put shit together.
Okay.
Dude, I could use leaves naturally on the ground as fucking tarp. I don't
Yeah.
need to use a tarp. I'm not gonna. I'd rather have the paracord because then I can tie shit together You know, I
Okay.
can make snares.
Yeah.
Like, I would need the tarp. How am I going to make a snare if I don't have fucking
You got
paracord?
vines, man. You could literally
Yeah, but-
peel off a tree and peel down the vine on that and use that and shred it and use that as a snare.
Yeah,
It's
but then if
more
it, I mean, but it's like much less likely to fucking, and it might break or, you know, things could happen.
It could, yeah.
Yeah. All right, before you do your items, pause real quick because I got to get another beer.
All right, and we're back now. All right, so it's my turn to do my 5 items.
It
Now,
is.
mine are going to be very specific 5 items
All right.
because they count as a singular item. 1, just like you said, a fire starter. I could be very specific with that, but there's no need to. You guys understand the concept. All right. Number 2 is going to be a multi-purpose miniature axe wrapped with paracord. What I mean on
Oh,
that-
that's smart.
Yes, thank you. See, you have to use your wits on this kind of shit. The more supplies you can get in one item,
It sucks
the
because
better.
I have one of those and I didn't
Exactly.
even think about it. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why when you said your multi-purpose tool, that's why I said be more specific. But you
No,
were.
it's just a knife.
Yeah, with the little serrated edge and handle and sheath. Yeah,
Yeah.
which it's understandable. Okay, so that's number 2. So fire starter, multi-purpose axe with paracord. Number 3 item is going to be a cast iron pot with a handle on it because I'm gonna need to cook my shit and boil my water.
Why don't you do like my water bottle thing?
Because I can't cook in a water bottle.
No, it's not.
I'm
No,
gonna
no,
have
bro.
meat.
It's not a water bottle. It's a water bottle, and then so it's like this.
It's a water bottle, but not a
No,
water
no.
bottle.
But then on the bottom, you connect this
I could
pot.
do everything with a cast iron.
No, but
skillet.
the cast iron connects to the bottom. You pull it off, and then you can boil and still have access to the water bottle, and you just set that on the fire.
I like my skillet.
Fine.
My pot with the handle and everything.
When you
'Cause I
fucking
could-
die
I'll-
of thirst, and
I
I've got
wouldn't.
my nice water bottle,
I won't.
fucking joke is
Just
on you.
go to the river, water source, pick up some water, throw it on the fucking fire, boil it down, and let it cool off. and
Joke
drink
is
it.
on you.
Done. Okay.
Joke is on you.
So-
I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with him.
4th item is going to be probably now. This one I'm debating between because my clothing is my clothing. What I'm wearing, I'm going to use that ultimately as a beneficial multi-purpose thing as well.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get into the specifics on clothing. These are 5 items that you're bringing with you.
You can wear whatever you want.
Yeah, definitely. My 4th item would probably be a spool of like 10,000 yards of fishing line
Yeah.
because I can use that for anything and everything I possibly need. Find shelter, make weaponry, traps, all kinds of stuff, fish with it, whatever. So that's my item number 4.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can build a fishing pole. But item number 5 is going to be very important.
Did I convince you otherwise on the tarp?
No. Like I said, I'm going to be very specific.
Okay.
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 So, you know how much a square foot is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to have a tarp that is military grade, industrial purpose, 10,000 square foot tarp. So I could make it into a shelter, I could use it as a water filtration catching system, whatever I needed to. Use that, even build a boat with the surrounding wood, use the tarp as a lining, and now I can go on a fucking river and catch fish in deep water during the wintertime. Those would be my 5 items. If we had 10, I would be fucking set. Of course, we always say that until you actually get thrown out into the woods and you're 4 days in.
So I'm gonna
without
make.
fucking
I
food.
am willing to present something for the people watching this podcast.
Okay, if we get to like
No. Here, just listen. 10 Patreons. 10 Patreons. 10 people subscribed at patreon.com/tsftpod. That's all we need. 10 people.
okay,
That's less than who views the podcast, and
Yeah,
that's already
10
not many. Yeah,
Patreons,
10
okay.
Patreons.
okay,
We will go into the woods for a night and survive.
you and me,
Yeah.
and for just a night. Let's make it a weekend. Let's see if we can go.
Deal.
Like,
And here's the thing.
Friday afternoon, we get to the woods.
Yeah, and we'll vlog the whole thing. Vlog the entire
yes,
thing.
Non-stop. We'll have GoPros.
Yeah.
We'll invest in this. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
we'll be able to completely record everything except us. Obviously, like, no, I'm gonna want video recordage of us sleeping and what's around us while we're
Yeah,
asleep.
because people need to
Yeah.
know that we're not bullshitting.
Now, you also have to know: is this going to be something that we're going to do together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be
our
together
Odds of
any-
survival have just like quadrupled.
Like we'll do it.
no, probably like
We'll do an entry vlog.
quintuple.
We'll do an entry vlog, and it'll be.
Like I could do 3 days in the woods by myself with a
No,
with a knife and a lighter and be fine.
But it'll be an entry vlog where we have like. And now here's what I'm gonna say. we are allowed to bring one food item each. I'm going to bring an MRE. We don't eat it unless we can't catch anything, worst case scenario. But, or it could be like a box of cookies. I'm bringing mints because you can use the sugar in the mint
I
to
think
like...
I would bring a massive bag of beef jerky because that's going to give you protein and salt. You're going to need all of that. You need 26 grams of salt a day in order to survive. You're going to need protein in order to build your calorie intake.
Yeah.
So I would probably do a massive bag of beef jerky. Granted, if we are in an area with predatorial species, that might be something that will...
Turn that a little bit, the mic, because when Brett... No, the mic.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha, yeah. But that might be something that might draw them in.
No, I'm thinking there's a
bears.
place about 30 minutes from here where you're allowed to just free camp.
Yeah, let's do it.
And so I'm thinking that. Now, the problem is to make a shelter, I'm going to have to cut down trees and fucking...
Now, I think you and me can easily build a log cabin, even a living structure with the
Actually, dude,
surrounding trees.
I would rather lower it to 5 Patreons. Make it a little more attainable. Make it a little more attainable.
Well, yeah, and it's more of a vacation for us.
Oh, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's not a challenge.
And it's fucking great content.
Well, okay,
for the
hold on.
audience.
It is a challenge, but it's something I enjoy, so I wouldn't view it as a challenge like that. You know?
Yeah.
You know, like if I was competing to see how long I could go between 10 other contestants, that's a fucking challenge. Because I now have to think long term, not I can survive. I mean, dude, you can literally go 3 days without food and water and be fine.
Yeah. But
So,
I mean,
like,
we'll go out on a Friday and come back on a
like, I
Sunday.
wouldn't, yeah, obviously, like, our standard of living.
We're only going to have 2 nights.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's why I would be totally down for this, dude.
But I'm going to make a new thing. You're allowed a backpack, and you can fill anything you can fit in the backpack.
Done,
you
I have
can
a
bring.
backpack ready.
Yeah. Oh, bug out bag. You got to have that one.
Bro, it's a backpack, but it's got like multi-attachments of other bags and attachments to it. It's
No,
one backpack.
Okay,
but it's
no.
fucking-
You have to bring like a school bag.
Yeah, it's a school bag. It's
No,
a school
but you
backpack
can't- but you
with
can't-
fucking attachments
but you
and
can't
shit
have-
on it.
you
and
can't
if I'm like fucking running, I could drop one, and be like, lower my weight by 5 pounds. Let's go.
But
And it's
I'm-
a waterproof
but we're
bag,
not-
so I can come back to it.
No.
Yeah.
No, you can only bring.
Bro,
like
your survival mentality needs to be 100% mobile, 100% obtainable, and 100% renewable.
All right.
Meaning, like, if you're gonna have a bag, like, dude, I have a backpack, right?
Yeah.
And as an attachment onto it, it's a side bag that you would consider like a pen pouch, but a little bit bigger than a pen pouch, right?
Yeah.
Filled with probably 5,000 feet of paracord, 3 different types of fishing spool wire, a little thing of hooks as well to obviously like lures and whatnot to put onto it. Different types of wire to be able to hold structures together, and waterproof matches. You know, like 3 big boxes.
I'll just bring my flint and steel. I'll be fine.
Well, I mean that's just one fucking bag attached.
No,
to
dude, I've done this before, so it's a lot of fun. I actually have a vlog. Now, I want to set, and we can move on to set. Well, actually, we'll keep talking. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But I want to set like objectives.
Okay, so
of things that we have to do.
I'm gonna say we'll take a Friday off, right?
Yeah.
Friday morning, we'll get all of our supplies together, right?
Record what we have in our bag.
Okay.
Vlog our way out.
No, well, hold on. We're gonna eat. We're gonna eat one good meal.
Yeah.
Before we go out.
Yeah.
And see how long because we'll have calories stored, ready to go out, ready to build shelter and shit, and go hunt and get all that.
Yeah.
But if we're unsuccessful, our calories are depleted. Now we have to really scavenge and.
Yeah.
Be
So,
resourceful.
but here's the thing. I want to set like 2 objectives of things we have to do.
Okay.
1, we have to build a raft.
Okay.
I want to build a raft.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah.
So
With
that's
2 people. It's super easy.
That's objective number 1. That we have to be able to float on it.
Okay. That's understanding the laws of physics and buoyancy.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. This is part of the vlog to make it fun.
I got you.
Right.
Yeah.
Second, I was going to say like build a successful shelter. So those are the 2.
Okay.
Because we'll spend. What's going to happen is we're going to get out there on Friday, and we're going to have to spend like. Yeah, is that going in your face?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to spend the majority of the day Friday in the morning, like when we have sunlight. We have to split it up because some of it's gonna be setting up, some of it's gonna be building shelter, preparing for the night.
Well, I'm talking like Friday morning. We're waking up at 5 a.m. We're getting all of our.
Go to like
together.
IHOP or something and just stuff our faces.
We'll get like
sugar,
bacon,
anything we can get,
eggs, omegas,
can
all
get,
of that.
And I'm bringing a 12-pack of beer. I don't even care.
That'll dehydrate you, but okay.
Yeah, I'm bringing a 12-pack.
And it's gonna
of beer.
make your mental judgment impaired a little bit, so you won't be 100% on
It's 12. It's 12 pack of beer. It's for 2 nights. I'll be fine. I'm on 2 right now, and I'm
that would be like
rolling.
me saying, "I'm bringing the fucking."
Yeah. We're not bringing any of that, my friend.
No, we're not
bringing any of that, my friend. But yeah, dude, this will be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Because I think we can do it. It's no fucking big deal. It's fucking 2 nights in the wilderness. No one's going to die. It's all good.
It's going to be amazing, dude. I think it would be fun. Okay, so really, honestly, there's 5 things I would say that we have to task ourselves with. And these are the 5 basic survival things you need in order to survive.
Yeah.
Food, water, shelter, security, and power.
But you know what would be really funny? If we bring a live chicken, and then the last night we kill, defeather, and cook the chicken.
I honestly feel like there's going to be individuals that would be like, they hurt the chicken!
But is that my problem?
Well, I don't
Is
want
that
PETA
my
being
problem?
like, they slaughtered a chicken live. And
Who
shit,
cares?
and it
Then
was
we'll
a
go
satanic
viral.
ritual."
Then we go viral.
Oh, yeah,
Dude,
true.
Tony, you don't understand the basics of social
So
media
we're gonna have to
virality.
take care of a chicken for
No,
2
it'll
days
fucking
and
wander
then-
around amongst us. We'll let it out. It'll wander around. It'll stick around. It's not going anywhere. It'll go around. And then in the morning, wake us up. You know what I mean? We'll be fine. We'll be fine. But we don't have to bring the chicken. I just thought the chicken would be like an interesting kind of, inclusion to the fucking situation. Like bring a live chicken. Dude, you don't understand.
No,
Dude, Tony,
I was just thinking about taking it to an extreme.
Tony, you don't
Bring a live
understand
bunny.
social media virality. Listen to this. Social media virality. This is what it comes down to. If we don't bring the chicken, our chance of going viral fucking is
Plummets.
gone. It's gone. I want some fucking vegan, feminist,
To just
PETA
fucking
supporter
hate.
to watch this shit and see me with an axe fucking beating the shit out of
Well,
a
hold
chicken's
on. No,
head.
you're not going to beat the shit out of a chicken. You're just going to cut the head off. You want to keep
Oh,
as
I'm
much of the
picking that
meat.
bitch up and I'm swinging it around like this. And then I'm
Take
putting
some of the fishing line
and,
back.
yeah, I'm gonna, and it's fucking
That's
its
brutal.
neck is gonna and
Oh my
then I'm
God.
gonna put it on the ground and I'm gonna fucking cut its head off. Clean cut. I will be good. I will be clean cut so that the PETA supporters don't get too mad. But
I mean, it will suffer with you swinging it around by
yeah.
fucking fishing line by its neck.
no, it'll be dead instantly. The minute you go like this, it's dead. That's how you kill chickens. You fucking swing them by their neck. The minute you swing once, its neck cracks and it's dead.
Okay, there's
You've
easier-
disconnected.
I feel like there's more humane ways to break a chicken's neck than swinging around with fishing line.
No, I'm not gonna swing it. I'm gonna grab it by the face and fucking swing it. I'm gonna grab its fucking beak, swing that bitch around. What's more humane than that? You holding it down on the ground, and I'm like it's the fucking guillotine. You know
No.
what's? Can I tell you a funny story about a goose?
Yes.
So I was driving down the road one time, right?
Oh.
Driving down the road, and I see this fucking goose laying in the middle of the road, right? And I'm like, oh fuck. Pull over to the side of the road. It's still alive. It had just been hit by a car, but it's alive. So I get out of the car. I've got 2 girls in the back, and I got my friend next to me. Get out of the car, put my gloves on, pick up the goose, carry the goose to the side of the road, and start to walk back toward the car. But the last thing I see is it like blinking at me, looking at me and blinking. I was like, fuck. I can't leave this goose here to fucking suffer because it's suffering. So I went into the back of my car and I have a fucking martial arts like staff in my car. And I beat the shit out of the goose's neck. Actually, to be fair, my friend beat the shit out of the goose's neck. But it had to be done, dude.
Yeah.
It had to be done. Put it out of its misery.
I feel like
Had I had a gun, I would have shot it. But I'm not going to shoot a gun in the middle of Overland Park. So I fucking beat its neck. Much easier. It's bleeding profusely, dude.
No.
Like, I'm not going to fucking touch it and get blood all over my hands.
No.
I guess I had
well,
the
you
gloves
said-
on.
yeah,
I did have
that's-
gloves on.
So I was like,
So, yeah. All right, here, pause break.
less savage. Savage. All right, we're back.
All right, so we're back. Brett just informed us that we're about to have
Some sunlight.
some sunlight coming in, which will be interesting.
We will.
We'll see how the we'll see how the camera quality adjusts. I don't really care, to be honest. But so yeah, Brett, we were just talking before you arrived here on the show.
Am I in the view?
You're in the view, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, you scooch down
Actually,
like.
scooch over
Yeah.
like right here.
Yeah, get all up close on. There you go.
Hi.
What's up, Pops? I'm good, man. We good. Yeah, you're in it now. You're good.
So
So
yeah,
survival,
So we're gonna
okay.
do a survival trip.
All right, so let me say my 5 items, and you guys tell me what you brought.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to hear what Dylan brought first, and then what I brought, and then?
No. He
then
needs to go in
Well,
raw.
yeah. Let me go in raw.
Okay,
So
that's
I'm
fair.
going to say hand axe 1. I'm going to say tarp 2. Okay. I'm going to say fishing net 3.
Oh shit.
I'm going to say. Well, you get to wear clothes. You get whatever
yes,
you're
clothing,
wearing,
whatever
right.
the hell you want to wear, but that's separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 5.
You
approved
got to have
items.
you got to have some kind of decent carving knife. I mean, the axe might be tough to actually.
It'd be hard to like fillet
Like
a fish
gutting,
or something.
yeah. So I have to say some sort of like good fold-up blade or regular full blade.
You never said a knife.
So that's 4.
Well, I said a multi-purpose miniature hand axe.
And then
And
I
it also
don't say-
has
don't
the
say
back
that.
end. You
Okay.
could use the back end of an axe to gut.
All right. Anyway, so what's
like
your
a
fifth?
pickaxe, you know. It's got one
then
to
I would
chop.
I'd have to say probably as 5. I would want like a long whatever would be allowed like nylon rope or some sort of like string.
However much you want. I said I would want 10,000 feet, 10,000 yards of paracord.
Well, so if I could have that much paracord, then I can make my own fishing net. I wouldn't have to bring a dedicated fishing net.
That's why I didn't use the fishing net as
Right.
an option.
But once you
Okay.
say it, you're done. You've already said that.
All right, so that's
That's why I was like, it should be fair to let us say
Yeah.
All right, I'll
ours
go
before
through
we
mine.
chose.
Okay.
So I had
Yeah.
a knife with.
I would like that bow and arrow along though.
Ooh, that's a good.
As the
I didn't
fifth.
use that one.
Not fishing net, but
Yeah.
bow and arrow.
I like
So
that.
so we'll,
So then-
we'll allow you a
So
switch. We'll allow you a switch.
You have fishing net,
Yeah.
bow and arrow. You have additional nylon that you can make traps for.
Okay.
You know what I
Bind
mean?
structures and shelter and whatnot.
Exactly. Yeah. So that would be
So mine
yeah.
was I had a knife about this long with a serrated edge so I could cut rope and shit.
Yeah.
I had a like paracord
Yeah.
that I could bring
Yeah.
as much as I want, obviously.
You had that cup idea.
Oh yeah. So get this shit, Brett. So I have a water bottle.
Oh shit! What are you cooking?
I
No,
said
just-
cast
but-
iron
but
pot
just-
with a handle.
But just no. But tell me
That's what I
about.
said.
So here's my thing though, and this is the coolest water bottle I have. So I have a fucking water bottle, right? And on the bottom, there's a like it attaches to the bottom, and it snug fits. It's like a cast iron pot that you can pull off the bottom. That has rubber handles. You can set it on a fire, boil water, dump it in, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm
yeah,
bringing
I
that.
screwed up. You got to have that. You have to. Have
Well, I'm gonna
something
bring that
to
because
boil
that's
water.
2 items
That's
in
why
one.
I
That's my
said
water
cast iron.
bottle
You
and
have
it's my
to.
cooking
You have
device.
to just to purify water.
That's
yeah.
what I said.
So it's my water bottle
that
cooking. So
wouldn't
that's
work. I'd have
that's
to get
3.
rid of one.
And
So
I was
4.
like, I can make
So
stew
on the
with
show, they allow you 10 items.
10 items.
Right?
Yeah,
You're
10
trying to
permitted.
keep it to 5?
Yeah.
That's really tough.
And I said if I had 10,
because
it'd be
some of
over.
them don't make it 3-4 days with 10 items.
I mean, so my like you were on the right idea with the axe. Mine was like a mini axe this big, axe head, and then like a pick on the other side that I could do to like
For blading.
for blading and
So you get a 2-in-1.
specific find.
You get
Yep.
a 2-in-1.
Wrapped in paracord too. So
Yeah,
it already had
additional
that.
paracord.
And
Yeah.
then it was
Don't forget to move the
fishing
cursor.
line. Fishing line was the.
Fishing
Yeah.
line's a good one.
Yeah.
If I had 10 items, I would.
Wasn't that what I said? I said.
Well, I couldn't remember my what were
Fire
my
starter.
What were my
Fire
last?
starter.
Oh yeah, I had a flint and
Yeah,
steel. I had a flint and
yeah.
steel, and then
That's
I
gotta
had
be
and then I had
one.
a waterproof container with cotton in case it rained or any sort of weather. I could
Yeah,
still get a
those
fire
were-
started.
Those were your other two.
Yeah, I totally forgot about
Yeah. So
I
Yeah.
totally forgot about
So,
having a flint.
Brett, what was that topic at Brewtop that we were talking about? Oh, I just mentioned the bar we go to. It's fine. What was that topic?
Wait, I didn't hear Tony's.
Oh,
five.
yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. So my
And
five.
then save it. but-
So my 5 was 1, a fire starter. I wasn't going to be specific. You know,
Yeah.
I have a very fancy one. 2 is a mini axe with the pick
Yeah,
wrapped in paracord. 3 was a cast iron pot with a handle on it, so I could
Yeah.
do cooking and whatnot.
Yeah.
4 was what was it? 10,000 yards of fishing line, so I could bind structure and fish and make snares and traps with.
Yeah, that's good.
And then
That's
what was
good.
my 5th item, Dylan? Can't remember my.
I don't
fifth
remember.
item.
Did
It
you
was a
say?
tarp.
No, I
guys- you gotta have
oh no,
tarp.
yeah, no, I did
You have to have
10,000
tarp.
square feet of tarp, partly for shelter and water catching, and I could make a boat
Yeah.
or canoe out of. So
Yeah.
that was 10,000 square yards or
So-
10,000 square
Square
feet
feet.
of
All right.
tarp.
I have-
multi-purpose military grade industrial tarp. That's what I said. That was very specific. I forgot that part.
So, I have an interesting topic I want to bring up, which is a little fun question. And then I want to talk about our deep topic that we were talking about at the bar the other night, Brett. Remember that?
Okay, yeah, you had me confused there for a
No,
minute.
no, so
You'll have to refresh my memory.
I don't remember it either. It was something about God and like religion and science, something like that. Oh yeah, it was religion and science.
Yeah, we were talking about apologetics.
Yeah. And we'll get into that.
Macroevolution versus
Yes, micro and macroevolution, because we can have a discussion. So, anyway, I have an interesting question just to present.
Okay.
What would win in a fight? A silverback gorilla or a grizzly bear?
Ooh.
What would win in a fight?
Grizzly bears have enough bite force to crush a bowling ball. So, I mean, any part of that gorilla that gets caught in its mouth is crushed going down to the bone. All right, so that's one fact. But the silverback gorilla has a lot of fucking force behind its hits and can knock that grizzly bear on its back if it gets a good hit. Break its jaw and it no longer can bite.
If it stayed on the ground...
Okay, wait. Be specific. What kind of territory are we in?
Well,
are we in the bear's territory?
Well, the silverback,
or the
as soon as he gets injured, he can go up the tree. Black bears climb trees.
Black bears can climb
but
too.
Grizzlies don't.
Cubs?
Yeah,
the cubs.
Yeah.
Brett, have you?
The mothers can chase the cubs up,
only
but full-size grizzlies don't go up in trees.
But it's 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
But have you seen the videos of like two grizzly bears fight or two gorillas fighting at the zoo? There's this video on YouTube.
The thing is gorilla's only got his teeth. The grizzly has his claws.
Wait. No, the gorilla's got more than just teeth. They got the force. Like, if they punch... That's
the grizzly?
No, the gorilla.
The gorilla.
Yeah, the gorilla. You said the gorilla only has its teeth, which the gorilla does have teeth, but it's not its primary weapon.
Yeah, I would think a grizzly... The silverback's going to have a little bit more agility and balance, but that grizzly is just so damn powerful.
I mean, it's like 8-inch blades at their end of their
pounds
paws,
per pressure on their jaw.
Yeah, can crush a bowling ball.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, you can shoot a grizzly with a .357 Magnum,
and it's still charging.
And it's just going to ricochet off its head. Yeah. Like a silverback could throw his best punch at a grizzly, and grizzly's like, "That's all you got."
No, but what? No. But here's the thing: if you look at, I pick silverback gorilla, but here's the reason. So if you watch,
I would have to say it depends on terrain too.
It does.
I mean, if we're in the grizzly's territory, grizzly all day, because it's more familiar with the territory and it knows how to fight in there. You bet another grizzly's probably taken on another grizzly before. And that gorilla's not going to know how to fight in a grizzly terrain.
But here's the thing. No, I'm not talking about that. You put them in it's an enclosed, like it's
cage.
like, yeah.
Well, the grizzly wins that.
No, I disagree.
Yeah, the grizzly will win that, and I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Grizzlies, if they've met their match a lot of times, they'll just retreat and back off and be like, I don't want any part of that, right? But if he's cornered,
he will fight to the death.
I can get you another grizzly.
No, that's fine. I can just put it halfway in here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I agree with you on that. I think the grizzly would win.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'll get you one, Dylan.
No, this is fine.
I would have to say grizzly, bro. I mean, their claws. I mean, you have to take that into consideration. Are 8-inch fucking razor sharp blades too.
No, but here's the thing. Let me sit down here so I can.
Here, use this one.
Oh yeah.
Do
you want the tall one then?
Give me that.
Okay. Or do you want this one?
Just hand me a beer.
You want a beer?
Yeah, let's do that.
Then you need the koozie.
Let's get this party started.
You need the koozie, though.
It's not going to get warm.
Well, neither is mine. But clever. I'll use the Eagles koozie. No. But
you put them all in there?
Huh?
You put all of them in there?
Yeah, I put in the 24. Yeah, and Matt's gonna stop and get some on the way. But
holy shit.
Well, I didn't know if I was gonna get a 12 or 24 before I texted him, and then. But anyway. But here's the thing about the gorilla.
Deal for the 24.
It was.
Yeah,
if you look at the video of the gorillas fighting, I mean, they're like.
I'd like to see that.
It's so much faster.
So there's
it's
videos
so much
of that,
faster.
like, on YouTube.
Yeah, look up.
Okay.
Two silverback gorillas fighting at the zoo. Literally, they're standing like from here to the fence, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
And they're just like, and they're there in like half a second, and they're just like swinging.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it is gonna be so much faster. Like, it can get around the bear before the bear has an opportunity to swipe. Like, it'll be able to land some.
Tell you what, I'd love
quality-
to see that fight.
Oh, me too.
I'd love to see someone set that up.
Yeah.
Of course, it'd be the animal rights stuff, but for all of us that would just like to see. I'm just saying, like, if you put them like in a cage, like you put them like in a UFC ring. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, a grizzly would win. I mean, because one, the gorilla is now limited on its movement, and grizzlies are fierce when they have no escape.
Here's the thing, like. as soon as that grizzly gets a hold of just one arm,
It's over.
dude. I mean, he's not letting go.
No, and that arm is crushed completely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no more movement.
He'll rip that. He'll rip that.
Yeah, but if the
right off.
gorilla lands 2 fucking solid punches,
I
to
don't
the
think
face,
so.
I don't think it will.
I don't think so.
You don't
Because
think a
also have to
gorilla is
think
going to be able to
A
land?
bear is going to be taller.
I'm not saying he's not going to land it. I'm just saying I don't think the grizzly it'll do much.
The
to
weight
him.
difference isn't that big.
Well, okay, a full
Look up-
full-size male is 1,000 pounds.
No, look
Full-size
up the
grizzly-
weight. Look up the weight of
Grizzly.
a full size. My phone's not going to make
They're
it.
heavier than silverbacks. I
Yeah, they
guarantee.
are.
Yeah, but no, but
Silverbacks
it's
are
not
like
that
600,
much.
700
Yeah,
pounds.
so
Yeah,
it's,
there
it's a
is.
300-pound difference.
That's big.
It's not that big.
in the, bro, and a grizzly on its hind legs is over 8 feet tall.
So think about that's a difference of a 200-pound muscular man facing a 300.
No, but it's different with
muscular
men.
man.
It's different with men.
no.
Because our utilities are all the same. Our utilities are all the same. Like, if
mean,
I'm
but a
fighting a
gorilla-
300-pound man, I could use my hands
I'm just
and
saying
legs.
the grizzly has a.
Like, the grizzly's not going to whip out some jujitsu. Like, let's be
I know,
it's-
but
it's
But
not-
the gorilla
but
will.
he has a
the
big
gorilla very well
advantage.
could take it to the ground.
He has a big advantage. It's kind of like getting into a knife fight. You don't escape unscathed.
Yeah.
Right? And with that grizzly, as soon as he gets a hold of a leg or an arm, it's over.
But he's so much faster. Dude, you pull up the video.
It doesn't
Pull up the video.
matter.
Let-
we're
can
not
I-
gonna we're not gonna watch a video right now.
It's
that
a
the
30
audience can't
Dude, he's
see.
faster. He's not. If he pisses that grizzly off, and that grizzly can't get away,
I
the
agree with
grizzlies
that.
can run like 25 mile an hour, 30 miles. He's not
Yeah,
going
30
anywhere.
30
He's not
miles
going
an
to be
hour.
able to escape.
I
He can't
disagree.
get out.
I disagree.
Well,
I think
you
the
know, he's
fucking-
not going to be able to
I
climb the
think
cage.
the
Like he's
fucking-
toast.
No,
Yeah.
dude, the fucking...
He's toast.
the
Even
fucking-
if the gorilla were to climb the cage, the bear can be 8 feet tall on its hind legs and has fucking
Yeah.
5 razor sharp fucking knives that are 8 inches
Yeah.
long. I mean,
I
you
just-
slash at that. Now he's gonna
I
fucking
just don't.
bleed out.
I don't
from
think.
blood.
Okay, so-
I
okay.
don't think a silverback
So,
wins that battle.
Let me
don't.
add a stipulation then.
Okay.
So if the grizzly... Now, you have to remember, like, grizzly bears have...
How do you come up with this shit?
Grizzly
anyway?
bears...
Yeah, right?
Grizzly bears have
Silverback
weapons
versus-
on
so
them,
random.
right? Grizzly bears have weapons on them, right, with the claws and shit. But let's assume they're in a terrain that the gorilla is familiar with. He can use sticks and rocks and shit that he picks up from the ground. That would balance the playing field.
I don't think so.
Oh my god, dude! If he throws a fucking big ass rock at that bitch or smashes it,
Now
in the
you
head,
know what I think would be a better fight
Huh.
would be grizzly versus lion, a male lion.
the grizzly's gonna win that.
I think a grizzly. Dude,
I think
a
he'd win it
grizzly
easier.
is-
I think the lion would lose to the silverback gorilla. I think the lion
maybe
would
because their heads are a lot smaller
And they- and
Wait,
they
wait,
can-
wait,
a silverback
hold on,
could
hold on,
potentially
hold on,
knock
hold
the
on. Wait a minute,
lion
hold
out.
on. Male lion or a female lion?
male lion.
Okay, well, female lions do all the hunting.
They do. They do.
They're more of a ferocious predator than the male lions. Male lions are fucking lazy.
But here's my thing.
Yeah, but if you corner one in a cage,
They will fight back.
But here's my
Yeah.
thing. If you're gonna fight,
Like Simba's
like
badass.
this is why
Not gonna lie.
this is why I've always said that I could beat a wolf in a fight, right? With one stipulation. When the wolf charges me, its first instinct is going to be to pounce.
yeah,
right?
of course.
So,
it will.
and
I
this-
highly doubt a wolf's first instinct is.
It's
gonna
gonna
be
run
to
at me and
pounce.
try to
I think
pounce.
what it's gonna do is it's gonna actually study you and wound you or maim you, and so it has an advantage.
First of all-
Tony.
wolves are more strategic than you think.
First of
and-
all, it won't ever happen in a wild one-on-one. Like
No.
a wolf will not attack
a human,
a human
head on, no way.
unless he's in a pack and they're
And
they're
th-
hungry.
and
They're going to
then
look for
it-
every other type
I
of
couldn't.
prey.
Yeah, I mean, unless
They
I,
stay away from people. They don't like people.
I feel like I could take on a pack of wolves if I had a
No,
samurai
I'm not talking
sword,
about a pack of
but
wolves. I'm talking about one wolf.
not by myself.
I could
No.
take a wolf by myself. Easily. I could take a one wolf
No,
by
a
myself.
pack of wolves by myself.
No, you can, dude.
No way.
Even with a samurai sword, you're not taking a pack of wolves.
I don't know. You were bitching about a splinter 2 weeks ago. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? Different circumstances, right? A wolf. First of all, I'm going to give one of my arms. I'm wrapping immediately in my shirt so that I can put that in the wolf's mouth while I pound its fucking face in, get it in a fucking guillotine, and choke it out.
Well, here's the thing: if you pound it on its nose, it's going to want to just run off.
Yeah.
It's just going to want to split. You know what I mean?
Then I win, right? If it runs, I win.
Yeah.
So if I can fucking hit it hard enough to where
I mean,
it
I would want
decides,
to go more
Or
predator
just
with it, bro.
I gouge it.
Yeah, like Predator, like fucking rip out the fucking skull and the spinal cord, and it's a fucking trophy.
But if I get its back, and then we can switch off topics to something else because the audience is probably getting bored. But if I switch,
Great movies, by the way, the Predator movies, great movies.
they're amazing movies.
I haven't seen the new one.
Hey, in a minute,
fucking awesome,
I'm gonna
bro.
move
Dude,
the
They
camera.
connect so many different things.
In a minute,
The
I'm gonna
light-
move the
how's the
camera.
lighting?
It's getting on me,
he's
so I'm gonna
drawing-
move the
he's
camera to
drowning
this
out.
side,
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna
we're
sit
gonna
there.
shift over here.
In a minute.
That's
yeah.
what I was telling you. You'd
When
be
the
better
sun
off
comes
sitting
down
that
here, I'm
way,
gonna shift that
because
way.
there's gonna be more shade.
Actually,
there.
should we change it now, real quick, and then come
You
back?
want
and-
to?
I can't tell. I mean, it's your laptop. You know that.
I
stuff
mean,
better.
you're gonna drown out in probably the next 10 minutes.
Okay, so let's change it now, and then we'll get into the topic about the religion and science.
All right.
Let's change this shit quick.
Hold on.
Don't.
Yeah.
So what were we talking?
Yeah.
What were
I,
we- what were we-
I paused it and
we were
stopped it a couple
gonna-
times accidentally.
We're going to go to talking about.
Oh, well, should we even get into that because we only have like
probably
20
not
minutes.
apologetics, and
We only have like 20. I mean, we could get into it for a little bit if you wanted to.
it's up to you.
So there's a audience with the predicament we're having is there's
Oh, we're
a
recording.
Yeah.
wild dog running over right now. Not wild, but like a puppy.
Soon.
Coming
in
up.
like
Yeah,
15,
he's
20 minutes.
yeah, he's on his way over. So we're trying to figure out how we're
Well,
going to.
what's the basic of the topic?
We were trying to talk about religion and science going together and how we kind of brought it up on
Can science and religion get along? Can they mesh?
Yeah.
Can you believe in evolution, not just micro, but potentially macro evolution, and still believe in religion
Yeah,
or a god?
I think absolutely.
Well, that's sort of what we.
Well, the
talked
answer
about.
is yes.
Well,
You
yeah.
can believe in macroevolution.
You could believe in whatever the hell you want to believe in. But the fact of the matter of what he's saying is, can you believe in the fact of two factions that have been at odds and basically butting heads for
But my
centuries
whole question
coming together?
when this-
And yes, I think that's a huge thing that actually can happen.
My whole
I take a
question-
lot of my own personal beliefs through that.
Yeah.
My question though when we were discussing this the first time was like, okay, so yeah, right, it can't happen, but why are the factions at odds? Why are the factions at odds? The reason the factions are at odds is because you have people, the science people, who believe in macroevolution, who believe science created everything. They refuse to even admit that there could be a creator, a lot of them. Astrophysicists actually have the highest amount of people who actually believe in a creator as part of their thing.
You
but
have acknowledged intelligent design and that a lot of scientists have come to understand.
no, I know
that a lot
intelligent
of
design
things
exists.
are-
I don't know if it's the Christian God,
Sure.
but I definitely believe in
Well,
intelligent
the
design.
flip side of that is you're not going to get a lot of, at least Christian faith people. I would presume also like with Islam, maybe I don't know so much about Hindu and Buddhism, but that they can go along with microevolution, but they're out when it comes to macroevolution.
Yeah, but there's no reason to be out because microevolution is macroevolution.
No,
hold
they
on,
are
hold on.
different.
No,
No,
we
I,
just
I have to ask you guys.
They are different.
What is your understanding of macroevolution?
so what?
Simplify it.
Let me.
for the
Okay, so
viewers.
here is my
Full species
so,
change.
So here is the, no. It's a change
like
from a
single cell amoeba to
No.
multicellular amoeba
No.
to complex
No.
to species change. That's what Brett's saying.
Yeah, but no. But what I'm saying is this. So like, Darwin took a species of lizards from two different islands in the Galapagos, right? From one to the other. On the second island, they developed new stomach valves, new jaws, so they could adapt to eating the certain types of
Adaptation
food.
to
right?
the environment. Yeah.
Now,
but they're still a lizard.
But
Right.
you are willing,
called
but
micro.
Yeah.
you can still become a new, like a lot of people who believe in microevolution, who don't believe in macroevolution, won't even
Microevolution's proven.
but they won't.
Yeah.
But
Right,
but
we've
Brett,
been able
but Brett,
to
but
turn
Brett,
like a fly's eyes from green to red.
but
Yeah.
they won't
That's
even.
microevolution.
But Brett, they
Well,
won't even
I feel like
acknowledge.
a part of that is actually DNA editing or gene splicing.
But
I mean,
they,
because a fly is a fly still,
Yeah.
whether or not it has adaptations to
But that's
one's environment.
micro.
But what I'm talking about is like
Oh,
a species, like a fish to a frog.
but
Right.
what I'm saying,
That
the
is what you're.
no, that's not what I'm
species
saying
change.
because
Yeah.
because let me make this
No,
point.
no, that's what Brett's saying.
no, I know what Brett's saying, but you asked me what my opinion was.
Well, I asked you both what you understand.
So
macro to be.
here's my thing. But a lot of people
Well,
who don't believe in macroevolution, even if it changes to a new species of lizard, that's considered macroevolution, and they don't believe that can happen. People who believe in macroevolution don't believe that you can change from like one species of lizard to another species of lizard. I'm not saying that you're going to move a lizard to another fucking island, and it's going to become a bear.
See, I think we need to define macroevolution, because to me
So,
that's not that's like mixing dog breeds.
So
like,
macro. Let me tell you my understanding of what macroevolution is. Macroevolution comes from the sole principle that all species and all walks of life on this earth come from a single cell amoeba, meaning at one point in time it was life and it was very simple and it wasn't complex yet. Over time, it became more complex, and variants happened where we had plants and animals and fish and insects and da-da-da-da-da. Things ended up adapting through micro changes to the environment, through the harsh conditions over billions of years.
Yep.
And that created all these species that we now call because if you
fish,
think
mammal.
But if you think about it,
insect.
If you put a like a wolf or whatever in, or any type of animal, pick anything. If you put one here and then you put one in Siberia, they're going to develop two different things. They're going to become indistinguishable from each other because you could not take the one that's been living in Siberia for a billion years.
Physically indistinguishable or genetically?
But that's the same thing because they
it's not.
But they won't. But they will.
Okay,
but they don't believe in that.
Let's go down to
but let me make this point real quick though, because I just want to establish one thing before we get into the whole argument, because I know we were going with the caterpillar, but I want to make one point, is that if you changes, we all admit that microevolution changes happen. So if they continue to happen,
when does it?
At some point, it's going to become macro. Right. It has to become macro because if you evolve enough, now they'll be like, well, we can't see, which this is a God of the gaps fallacy. We can't see macroevolutioning happen. Well, of course, we're not alive for fucking billions of years, and we can't track that because it happens so slowly over time. But that's the argument. The entire argument against macroevolution is I can't see it. But
no, that's not the entire argument. Another big part of the macroevolution, and this is apologetics, so from a religious faith standpoint, is we don't see it in the fossil records.
That's true.
We don't.
That's true.
It's not to say we won't ever see it.
That is accurate. It's just from what we have seen.
Yeah.
You
can't reach it.
No. I let Sophie actually scratch it. But no, but the fossil record won't. Here's the thing about the fossil record. It won't reflect the changes because the changes take so long. They happen so subtly over time that the fossil record won't show that.
Sure it will.
Not slowly over time.
How do we know how old the Earth is if we haven't found that?
We don't really know exactly how old the Earth is.
Well, I mean, we have a pretty
good understanding, but that's like saying how old's the universe. We don't know.
3.7 billion.
But we don't. 3.7 billion years leaves a long.
But those are,
we can see cosmic background radiation,
but you don't know
through math.
But you don't. But you also don't know about expansion, contraction, and how long it's actually been here. If you believe in the extraction and contraction theory, it could have existed.
We're going down quantum realm right now. Let's go back to
evolution. Okay. But what I'm saying is, you can't track. You can track microevolution changes because we can see that happening, but you can't track macroevolution changes because they happen so slowly over time that you're not able to track it. So like if you put those lizards in that different island in the Galapagos, they've already got new stomach valves, they've already got new jaws. At some point, they're not the same lizard as the ones that you left on the original island. They're just
But that's still microevolution, Dylan.
But they don't believe that is. If you have two different kinds,
who doesn't believe?
It's kinds, right? It's kinds.
No. Macroevolution is full species change.
Yes. Meaning, like,
there
from
can
fish to amphibian to reptile to...
So fish growing legs and becoming a land walker.
Okay, like a tadpole. Like how a tadpole was born is a good, very simple understanding of what macro is trying to say. That a tadpole, it's just swims in water, and then it develops two back legs, and now it's able to kind of do a little bit more, and then it becomes I don't know the stage in between a tadpole
and a frog, whatever.
Yeah, there's like 4 stages.
Right, there is.
But the final stage is it can
go
back and forth between the two.
Then it starts becoming like a lily pad hopper, right?
Yeah.
But here's my question: if that can happen so quickly,
no, it's a good argument.
If that can happen so quickly, then why can that not happen over time?
Well, and same with metamorphosis with caterpillar and butterfly.
Yeah, if that can happen so quickly.
Hold on. Now the difference with caterpillar and butterfly is that a caterpillar has a specific DNA genetic sequencing code that it makes it a caterpillar. When it goes into a chrysalis, it demolecularizes itself on the atomic level.
Which is pretty incredible.
Intelligently designed to do so,
Yeah.
and it rebuilds into a new DNA genetic coded structure.
But
known
is
as
it
a
real
butterfly.
intelligent design, or is that
But do you know that
evolution?
Do you know the
I feel like that. I mean, one simple.
But do you know the
mistake-
DNA difference between us and apes? It's a 3% difference.
It's small.
It's
It's
orangutans. Chimpanzees. Sorry, it's a 3% difference.
Well, you
3% built this.
Well, they even say like the difference between us and
And a
other
banana.
races, or just races, like, you know, black, white, yellow, whatever. It's,
You mean Asian?
It's 0.000. Yeah, I mean, is that not politically correct?
I mean, no, he's
Right.
doing it by the color code system. okay?
But it's so minute. It's so minute. Yet we have all this race and tension. But it really, when it comes down to it, it's so minute, the differences between.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
between
If you
races.
walk around barefoot all the time, your feet will start to change to
Yeah.
adapt to that. Now,
there's actually tribes out in third world countries that actually have their feet that look like hands and
Yeah.
they climb up trees.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have, because you need to be able to wrap,
Yeah.
and you need to be able to wrap. If you have that happen, like let's say we lose everything, we have to start climbing trees again, we have to start living out. We're definitely going to move back in that direction for sure.
But we're still.
There's another example.
Human.
Is
At what point are we
no,
not though?
well,
At what point
right.
are we not though? That's my question.
But, well, no.
At what point, if
No,
you
but that's
believe,
still- there's
if
just
you
still
believe,
microevolution
if you
changes.
believe that these microevolution changes happen, at some point,
Why couldn't macro be possible?
why couldn't it be possible?
It makes sense. I'm
Why
not
isn't
saying,
it possible?
I'm
Remember,
not-
have you
I'm
seen
not
American Psycho?
arguing.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not arguing it. Like I believe. Like I'm not saying it doesn't happen or it's not true. I'm not saying that at all. I'm presenting. I'm being the antagonist because I have
The other side of the
background
coin.
in
Yeah.
apologetics, and I'm telling you like the religious arguments against it.
No,
because
and that's and I've
studied it.
debated, and I'm not brushed up obviously as well as I was when I debated Dr. Ken Hovind, but I debated. It's still on YouTube. Like debated Dr. Ken Hovind, and I fucking
Would you
destroyed.
put a little plug in out there?
Yeah, you can just look up debate with Dr. Ken Hovind. But I destroyed him when it came to this because he started arguing, well, if I have a full hand of groceries, then why don't I just evolve a tail to fucking carry my groceries or open the door for me? It's like, dude, they don't understand how evolution works.
yeah,
That's the
that's-
thing.
Well, no, because it's not a daily dependency. You're shopping for groceries once every week or
Yeah.
two, and plus you're a male.
So, okay,
she's probably doing most of the
Let me
work.
ask
How
you
often
this:
you actually
do
carry
you think that
groceries
we are in
Right.
some way, shape, or form? We know Neanderthals existed.
Yeah,
Are we some way, shape, or form descendants of Neanderthals?
I think
We are.
I think that's very plausible.
No, but we are.
Yeah,
We're
not
descendants
saying
of
we're not.
Neanderthals.
I'm not saying we're not.
We're just a different species than the Neanderthal. But we
More-
are still descended
more
from
evolved.
Yeah, exactly. But
Like-
is that not macroevolution? If
Right,
we are
because-
descendant of the Neanderthal, they're
Right.
completely different. They had bigger
Well,
brains,
you get to
bigger skull
you get
capacity.
To a good point, and that would be something to research. I'd be curious from.
Oh,
a
I
scientific
wish I knew
standpoint.
all my research.
Like
that
at what
I had
point,
because
how much microevolution has to occur
Before it
until
becomes, yeah.
you define it as no, this is real macro change.
Yeah,
Like
but-
this
but-
is no longer this species; it's
Well,
now this species.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it's billions of years. I think it's billions.
You know what's
of years.
really interesting though, with the thought of intelligent life.
Okay, but you know that like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but just one more point here, real quick. You know that like crocodiles and shit like that, they're descendants of fucking dinosaurs.
reptiles.
Well, they're considered one of the oldest species on the
Yeah.
entire planet.
Yeah,
The Komodo dragon is a descendant of a.
yeah, but it's
of
not a dinosaur. It's just a descendant of a dinosaur.
Yeah.
If
It
you pull up the
shares-
dinosaur that it descended
it
from,
shares
it's not
a-
the same dinosaur.
No, it shares
That's
a
macroevolution.
similar DNA
That's
or
fair.
genetic
And we do
code
with
to
apes
it.
as well, or
Well,
chimpanzees.
We also share 70% the same DNA with the banana too, bro.
Yeah, but the banana, but that's not because
I mean,
we
but-
all.
but
we're,
if-
but
if
we're
we're
that,
using
but
that as
no,
a
but
fair
that's
game and
but
argument,
you
I
can't
could
use
go
that
s-
as an argument because DNA-based
you.
life we all are.
Exactly.
So-
I have as much in common with Sophie as I do with you.
And that's fine because we're all DNA-based life. What I'm saying is a
Yeah.
banana,
I appreciate
while it
it.
can evolve, like become part, it can't. It's not going to make the evolutionary jumps to support life like species that live, eat, and everything have to make. So yes, we do because we're all DNA-based life, but that doesn't mean that we evolved from bananas. Nobody would make that argument. It's just DNA-based
So
life.
I can
Like
can-
technically,
so
we're
hold
all
on, I have a question
carbon.
for
We're all
Brett here.
carbon if you bring it down.
You studied this. and like with the theory of creation and whatnot, like man named every species that was on the planet, correct?
Yeah.
And how long ago was that? Like roughly, like is there any real?
Even among like Christian faith,
there's
like,
no way to
well, there's
determine
there's different beliefs. There's as far as creationism goes,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mean, there are certain Christian faiths that believe the world is still only 10,000 years old.
No, they do. And I have a buddy.
There's some, right?
I have a buddy who I argued this with, and I was like, dude, there are trees older. They believe 6,000. I was like, there's trees that are older than 6,000 years. And he goes, well, God created history into the earth when he made the earth. So it's like you can't argue with these people. You really can't because they're just going to...
Well, because it's all faith-based.
It's all faith-based, but...
Right.
And at a certain point...
But you also have to take into consideration man's concept of time is nothing compared to the gods. God's time is completely...
Well, is God as you know him or as he's been defined to you? So, okay, this kind of goes back, like, so evolution, religion, like, what's really most fascinating to me is scientists, as last I saw and read, when it comes down to actually defining life and how life occurs, they still don't know. Like, how does that first organism
come to be?
Yeah. Without intelligent design.
Yeah.
So to me, that's a strong argument for
No, intelligent design exists because we have not yet been able to prove that you could create a self-sustaining life form.
Well, but you're talking about, and that's what's interesting, Dylan, and I think your guys' generation, you're so much more educated than
bringing the gap closer.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so much more educated than my generation. My parents' generation, I mean, it's different.
Tony, you're out of the...
Oh, it was black and white back then, you know. Now it's more gray, where it's like, well, hold on, with what we know through science.
Look how careful Sophie is about everything. Like,
sweet.
She sees a cord and stops, and then Bear's gonna come in here on a fucking
rampage.
Dude, we could even.
But to piggyback on what you were saying, Brett, I definitely agree with that fact that, you know, as the generations progress, that gap becomes more bridged, and it being. Go ahead. In it being more bridged, more answers are actually being fulfilled. Where it's like, hey, this idea of intelligent design would not have passed over in either community 50 years ago.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
You know, it would have been this or that.
No, period. But to me, that's a big difference in the quality of education and how much more educated you guys are young. Like, oh gosh, I mean, when I went to school, like, it was nothing like what you guys learned in like 7th, 8th grade around here. Like, I was learning as a junior in high school. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the pragmatic, like, critical thinking skills you're getting in junior high, I'm not learning until I'm a junior in high school. Like, it's so much different.
Yeah.
But because of that, you're bridging the gap, because I really do think you're spot on that there is rationale to believe that there can be an intelligent design, there can be a creator, and macroevolution can exist.
Absolutely.
Because God created the environment in which we evolved in.
But then it begs the question, well then, who is God? We'll admit intelligent design.
Like, is God a force?
But he's not maybe necessarily the God that we know from the various global faiths, right? Maybe
I don't believe, and this is going to be controversial because I know a lot of my listeners are Christian, but I don't believe that any of the gods created by faith, because the idea of God that we have in our head is created by man. But the point is that we will never fully be able to conceptualize God.
This goes into infinity. Because God is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Man's mind cannot actually comprehend the concept of infinity because of what we've been conditioned to know as time.
Right.
Infinity is totally different.
But a lot of it still goes back to the entire basis of faith.
Yeah.
Right? People believe because they desperately, just the same physiological survival mechanism with our critical thinking minds, they need to believe for their own emotional health.
That there's
they don't want to believe that
that death is the end.
That death is the end. That they're dead like a dog.
That everything that they've done in this life.
But people don't even believe that you're dead when a dog dies.
No, people believe they'll see their pets in heaven. There's a 7%, right?
There's a lot.
But honestly,
you walk into like
that's an emotional health need that a lot of people, I think, really have to have just for their day-to-day survival. Like I want to be able to say that when I die, I'm going to be able to see my grandparents, all my loved ones, my parents. You know,
have you
but here's the thing. You know
boys.
what's so
Well,
great?
Brad, I'll
But
ask
you
you.
know,
I
actually
want that more
wait.
than
Can
anything
I
in the
can I
world.
make a point real quick that was actually really fucking interesting that I heard someone say about this exact thing? I was watching this guy's name is Patrick Bet David. I love this guy, and he goes, "There's a lot of people out there right now who are afraid to make content, post it on the internet, or save videos,
Because of
content
what
of
people
themselves."
say,
Yeah,
or-
but he said, no. He's like, I want to make as much content, videos, everything as I possibly can because that's how I live on. That's how people continue to see me. Like your kids and your grandkids and their kids can go back and watch this.
Yeah.
And they can see
today's
you,
day and
yeah,
age,
and they can
yeah.
go back and see, and you continue to live through what you did. It's like the Library of Alexandria when it burned down. Do you know how much fucking knowledge we lost? And people would,
Yeah.
we don't even know what was in
Well,
there.
even
the
before
history.
that,
Yeah, I mean, think about all the history that we've
the
lost.
Egyptian library.
Yeah,
was,
that we don't even know, bro.
We don't even
That's
know.
why you talk
Yeah.
about like aliens may have built because they are all these hieroglyphics, but we don't know what they meant by those hieroglyphics. Like, yeah, sure, could have been aliens. We don't know what that meant.
or how they even built the
Yeah.
pyramids. We can't even fathom.
No,
through
we
our
can't
laws
fathom
of
that. But
physics.
this is that's one of the great things is that you can sit here and be like,
Isn't that kind of
like it's kind of fun.
It
I'm not
is.
gonna lie, like
No,
all
no, no.
with
there
our
are great
engineering,
mysteries in
with
this
our
world that-
engineering.
Yeah. But there are great mysteries in this world that will never be answered, you know? And Brett, I got a question for you on this about, like, the animals in heaven, right? You know, you've probably heard it, the lion will graze with the lamb near the cobra's den.
Well, yeah, but again, you're speaking Christian faith.
Yeah. no,
These are Christian beliefs.
So with that, you know, what that says to me is the pure element of peace.
Sure.
Meaning,
But
a
isn't that
lion in today's world would immediately hunt the lamb.
right?
You know?
No,
And the cobra would immediately strike to defend its den.
but that's the hope of the afterlife, right? Is
The principle.
we're getting away from all the daily and weekly, monthly, and annual struggles
The
and all the
escape.
hardship,
Yeah.
right? That we hope that if we do enter a next stage and phase of life, that there will be a general peace about that stage, and we won't have all the heartache, the difficulties, right? I
Yeah.
think again, people want to believe that. They need to believe that. I don't know that it's true per se.
Yeah, nobody
But
does.
no,
Nobody knows.
no,
See, that's the
we
thing.
don't.
You
Nobody
know,
knows.
This is one of the biggest debates of all time, and not a single human being.
we're
or
never
any
gonna prove. Dude,
species
I'm
can
sorry,
say
but there will
otherwise.
never be a point ever
That we can prove it.
where we can prove God or we can prove. We'll never be able to prove like
Unless
dude,
God
we
proves
talk
himself.
about but here's the thing. Here's the
Which
thing. When a
is
lot of people talk about
in
that,
the
like
Christian
the second
faith,
coming,
it's
the second
prophesized,
coming, and
yeah.
which I have problems with that as well, and I'm not going to get into it, but I have issues with the Christian faith and their belief system of how
As do I.
like certain groups like Jews, right? And your mom has to be a Jew for you to be ethnically Jewish, but in the Christian faith, you believe that Jews automatically go to heaven, even though they don't.
Well, no, that's not true.
Is that not true?
No.
And the Christian faith is you acknowledge Christ as your Savior and died on the cross
In fact,
for your sins and rose again.
most Christians,
That's how,
most
No,
Christians
they believe
don't,
Jews are going to heaven.
No,
No.
most Christians do
No, they
not.
believe
No,
they're all
no,
saved.
no,
they
dude. Most
don't.
Christians
No, they
believe
do
that
not,
Jews
Dylan.
acknowledge Christ, but not
No,
as
no,
the
no. I'm
Messiah.
telling you, dude.
No,
I'm telling you,
exactly.
the Christian
not as
faith,
the Messiah.
the
And that's the key.
Dylan, I don't know what denomination. I'm telling you for a fact that most Christian faiths believe unless Jews accept Christ,
As the Messiah.
they're going
Okay,
to
then
hell.
it was a
'Cause-
denomination of my people
Right,
that I've spoken
that's what
to.
I'm saying.
Yeah, so maybe
the
a different
majority of Christian denominations believe that Jews believe, like, Old Testament is Jewish, right?
Yeah,
And that
that was
Christ,
Yahweh, and yeah.
Christ was a so-called prophet in the Jewish faith, right?
No, they don't even see him as a prophet.
No, they acknowledge
Well,
Christ, but not as the
they-
Messiah.
No, yeah, but you know
They know
but
Christ
you know who
was
acknowledges
alive.
him as a
But
prophet
the core
Muslim religion.
principle of the Christian faith is you must call upon and believe Jesus Christ as Savior and Lord to truly be saved.
Yeah, he died for you on the
Died for
cross
your sins.
and rose on the third
Yes.
day. That is the key
Yes.
to heaven in
Right.
the Christian faith.
Right.
Everything else is quote unquote story.
And Judaism, they don't believe that at all.
no, and
No,
they
and
don't believe-
Islam, they don't believe
don't.
that at all.
No,
either.
Muslims believe that Jesus was a prophet.
But
They
not.
do.
Yeah.
Well,
and
they
But
believe
not-
in the Old Testament
Yeah.
because that's because of the Christian missionaries that actually Muhammad got a lot of his beliefs from Christians.
Yeah.
In a